Hi, my name is Muriel Otsu, and I'm the CEO of Munchies. How I found out I was pregnant, I have two kids. I have a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. The 4-year-old one is eventful at all. I woke up one morning. I mean, for a couple of days, I was confused for good. So I started to see the doctor. And immediately I got there, he was like, "Oh, you are pregnant." And I'm like, "No, let's check it out." And so we took a test and we found out that I was pregnant. And the second one, I would say it was my boss that told me I was pregnant. I just went to sign a document and was like, Muriel, like, how old is your baby? And I'm like, oh, she's 10 months feeling it. And I was like, oh, really? And he was just staring at my tummy. And I'm like, why are you here? I'm like, oh, nothing, no. And I told my colleagues, and they're like, hey, that's our boss. Like, she has a gift too. He's able to tell when people are pregnant and you don't know. So go and find out. I'm like, was trying to mistake me. But then I think I had to go and do it. I went to do family planning, and the nurse insisted that I had to take a pregnancy test. Even with me, I still am not pregnant. I did the test, and it was a urine test, and it wasn't really clear. So I was asked to go and do a beta HCG, and that's where they got so that yes, my boss was over lying and I was pregnant. I was having contractions until I was about 40 to 41 weeks in, and I was having irregular contractions. And my mom said I should tell the doctor that when she was pregnant with all four of us, she never had liver contractions. So I told my doctor, took it with a pinch of salt. So my mom then later took me to the doctor to tell the doctor, say, for you, this year can be liver. And she can't tell, so we have to check. We went and then he put a machine on me, some band, and he checked my contractions. And then the doctor was like, he looks at the machine, then he looks at me, looks at the machine. I'm like, so you don't feel that? I don't feel anything. I was like, you're having contractions. I'm not feeling anything. He said, no telling, nothing. I'm like, no, I'm fine. So he tells me to go home. I came back. Then he calls me on a Monday and says that we have to introduce you. So come to the hospital and stay down there. And I'm like, but this pressure is very big. It was like, well, you don't have any experience. So you can't tell the difference. So just come. And I'm like, okay. I come, they give me a pill. They tell me the pill will take 2 hours to start working. 15 minutes and I'm shaking like an electric pole. Like electricity was running through my body. And then I told my husband to call the doctor. He said, oh, it's not my, it's fine. I'm like, you're not a doctor. Shut up and just call the doctor. I'm not okay. And then the doctor comes and said, oh, the leader has started. I'm like, okay. The worst part was when they took my water. I think that's worse than liver pains. Very well. But my boy, very easy. Very easy. I introduced. That's very easy. My morning routine is quite easy. We have a system now. By 5, I'm up. If he ironed the night before, my husband takes the face and then he starts ironing and packing their bags. I take the kids to the washroom and then we do their potty stuff and then we bath. And then we just eat and then off to school. We are out of the house. The latest 7:30, we are out of the house and then we go to school. Or should I say they go to they go and get the house. Yes. So it's a very, very simple morning for us. So I mean, without boring her, we just pray that today when I shout, he will stop. If not, give him carton or ice cream. Then yeah, fine. That is not the best too. The school has been very helpful. And they taught us a lot more about learning whilst you can. So activity, because most kids don't like it when it's straight. Come and sit down. We are learning. So my kids, thankfully, by the help of the school, they love to learn and they love the homework and everything. So we just make it fun. As much as possible, we make it fun. And every day we learn, we try to do something new. If today we're counting oranges, tomorrow we go outside We say, let's count the ants on the floor. And then everybody's excited because they are not in the room. They're outside. So then it makes it no fun. And I also engage them with more educational, should I say, cartoons to watch. So when we need to help with their words, formation and all that, Mark willing to help with the math, and the other one is something. I forget. Color blocks, number blocks, alpha blocks. So those things have really helped them. And yes, so I think that's all. We just make it fun. It's not too classroom like to say just play while we like. Try as much as possible to stay away from your phones and engage with your children. Because if you've done someone else would, and you didn't like what you hear. So I read somewhere that kids they pick a lot from what you do. So if the kids realize that anytime they want your attention, you are on the phone, it gets to a point you lose that connection. They will never try to talk to you again. So, but if they know that, oh, as for my anytime I need mommy and I want to talk to mommy or daddy, he will put his phone that I am important to mommy and I am important to that. So let's have that time for them. Let them know that our phones are not more important than them. Work is not more important than them. CD is not more important than them. And it will create a very loving bond such that, and it builds trust. Anything that happens, they will tell you. I learned that from being with my parents. Like, I think I'm just transferring that to my kids. So my husband would tell you, leave them, they'll figure themselves out. Just leave them. And so we usually just leave them to figure it out. But when we realize it is getting out of hand, like we all do, I think both parents do this. The older one will end up having to sacrifice for the younger one. So right now, like if you have a tablet and they're fighting over the tablet, so you go like, okay, Coco actually, Coco, you know that sharing is caring, right? You should, right? Yes, because we know that the three-year-old doesn't understand anything. All you use is mine. So Coco, you know you have to share, okay? So let's take turns. So you watch, what do you want to watch? Want to watch this? Okay, Coco, you can watch this for the next 30 minutes. You open then at your 10. But usually you start with your Coco's. If you start with Coco, you won't understand. So let's go watch the tablet. Then you give it to Coco. And as much as at first we were buying them separate things. And then we advise that if you always give them separate things, it's not always going to be like that in life. So they're going to have to learn that there's patience. Sometimes you have to wait your turn. Sometimes you just have to share. So civil war we leave them. Very most of the time they figure themselves out. They do. Somebody will end up stop fighting and go and get another But in cases or situations where I probably have to be at events and at the same time I have to pick up the kids, I usually get this. So I either get my dad to go and pick them up from school and keep them, or I let my sister-in-law pick them up because her son also schools at the same place. So when she goes to pick them up, it came up, she picks my kids up, and then she keeps them up until I'm done. If I'm not done or I will not be done, my husband picks them up, takes them, brings them home. And whenever I'm done, sometimes it's the next day, I come with them in the business. Okay, so with my friends, I think I've lost a few friends. It's from my little friends, I've lost a few friends from it. Not intentionally. I mean, if you are single, I mean, if you have time to go out and all, but when you have kids, your responsibility is to your kids. And if you can't get someone to watch them, you will have to watch them. And it's not really fun when you have to carry them along to whatever outing it is with your friends. So for me, I've lost a few friends and I've gained some and been connected with with others. So the single ones that now had kids. Like, hey, why not you? And they're like, so how do you do this? So now you end up reconnecting with them just because you also had kids and then you have to share your experience with them. With my partner, I'll say that it's affecting us. We used to be chilling before. I just get up. I'm like, okay, where do you want to go? They will be on Instagram. Looking at bloggers, oh, they said this is nice. So this will, they will do. But right now, mm, we sit at home and then we probably order in when you try to have a conversation. Mommy, 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 tiny, tiny, tiny. Like in one sentence, you hear mommy and friend. So actually, you don't talk. By the time they go to bed, we are all tired. We go and lie down. My husband, when he lies down, is one. Then now just watching me. So that's what it is. Self-care activities I enjoy. Sitting in a quiet home with no children, watching series. Fantastic moment for me. It's like heaven. That's like my favorite thing to do. Like, oh, wonderful. You can't get anything like that. Hobbies. Hmm. I don't have hobbies anymore. Because I don't have time for hobbies. I think anytime I get like time alone, I just sit in my living room and watch series or listen to music. I think I enjoy singing. I sing, so I enjoy that. But I don't think I have any hobbies. I used to. Now I don't. So I don't have any hobbies. um, I think the best parenting advice I got from family would be my dad and my mom. Yeah, make time for the kids because and I totally understand that because me, and my dad, especially growing up, I told him everything. Like every day when I come back from school, I'll tell you from morning to everything that happened. So we don't have secrets. And I think I enjoy that. Like that freedom. Most of my friends found it very strange that like yo, what's up? Like I see my brother like, hey, yo, what's up? Now you where are you going? Like that's how I talk to my dad. It's very free. And I think I want that for my kids. And he told me that you have to make time for them because he was the first time. Sometimes he has to go and preach somewhere, but he's not going to work the kids. He's not bored. Somebody has to be in town like the kids. So I think that's the same thing I do. And people feel like some people be like, hey, I don't want to know now, but I see what that did for me, and I want that for my kid. I want them to be able to tell me everything. Parenting style. So I think you just have to make them understand. For me, I've made them understand. I think my dad understands me better than my mom because my mom too came from a certain background. So she also used that on us. So over the years I've tried to make her understand that this is what I want to achieve with my children. So this is why I use this style. I'm not that lax with them, but at the same time too, I don't want to be too strict where they are afraid of you and they can't function. So I just let them understand what it is. I want my children to be vocal. They should be able to express themselves. If somebody is doing something they don't like, you should be able to say it. I don't like it. But not because you see, if you're too strict, it gets to the point they feel like they're trying to talk to you like, no, mommy said this. Now, if you do that after a period, they psychologically feel like when an adult says don't do that. Don't do that. So if somebody is doing something to them, if they realize that the person is an adult, they probably will just do that the person is saying, whether it's right or wrong. It's an adult because you've trained them that way. But if you let them do that, okay, let's talk it out. Like, why did you do this? Oh, this is what I was trying to do. Oh no, we don't do it that way. We do it this way. So next time, don't do that. Do it this way. Then we talk it out. I welcome them. The thing is, you have to figure out why they are saying what they are saying. And everybody has a background and experience. So Mostly, I realized that it's out of love. Yeah, they don't want you to make a mistake. Maybe they made mistakes in the past. They don't want you to make the mistakes. So they'll be like, don't be like that, don't be like that. But then, as much as possible, I always say, I thank God for my parents. I can talk it out with you. It's like, why are you saying that? Like, why? Then if you explain it to me, then we can, like the way I do about my daughter, we like, when we talk about it, I'm like, okay. But what if we just say, but I take the criticisms with love. I feel like it's in love. And there are people that have all like kind of been doing this for years. I mean, no matter how woke you are or you think you are the modern generation, you are kid, there's always something to learn from them. So we just listen to what they have to say, get what they are trying to tell the imports, and then find a way to use it in your own one, style of parenting. We call it family night. So we pull the sofa, I say the sofa, so the mattress to the hall, you dim the lights, then we take a movie and then you all watch it till we fall asleep. It doesn't happen quite often, but when we can make time for this, we do that. Like, it's a very busy mood. Or poop wash. Hmm. For poop wash, it's fountain. I always have to have them clean my house. I'll call it I give it to the time. Even though she eats everything, but Banku cool. But the way, yo, cool. Pizza, 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 pizza. He loves pizza. He loves pizza. So if I give you a cool pizza or anything with soup, it will be soup, gano soup. If it's soup, yeah, good to go. The most surprising thing, you love and hate your children all at the same time. I didn't know that was possible. Like you love them at the same time you hate them because see, um, when they are away, you miss them crazy. Like you're high for them to come back from school. But I bought two. Yeah. Oh my god, these children are kind of bully because they go there. Like, will you stop it? Hey, hey! Like you're just shouting. So sometimes I decide I zoned out. Do whatever you want. And when you are done, and I look in the house, I'm like, wow, we've done all. Made a wonderful mess. Let's clean out. And then you could be like, no, 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 I play, I play, I play. So you love them. You miss them when they get out of the store. And like, oh, so they are gone. Oh, now we leave at 2 o'clock. Then when it's 2 o'clock, and like, oh God, no, these people are coming again. So you love them and you hate them at the same time. It's very interesting. Okay, so celebrity mom I'd like to meet. I'll say two. Um, I'd like to meet Lashiko and Chichi Yaku. So for Chichi, because she's in the food industry, I'm just trying to figure out how she balances it, with the workers. Because your workers are also like your children because she does the hell out of you. And then your kids are stressing you out. So I just want to know how she does it. Like balancing the two. And she's always looking together. I don't know how she does that. And last report, please, can you just tell me how you keep in shape? Because every time I start, I stop. I start, I stop. Like your level of discipline, I love to learn how you do it. Best parenting source, I'd say Baby Center. I like to learn from the Baby Center. And then there's Keep Kids Busy. That's on Instagram. So and Baby Center it gives you the updates based on age. Sorry, and the Montessori at home. That is on YouTube. I mean, it helped with my kids too. At every stage in like in their life, I knew what to do, what to expect. So when it happened, I knew how to handle it. It didn't come as a shock. And if something wasn't happening, I knew immediately to go and see a doctor. She's supposed to be rolling. Why is she not rolling? Am I doing something wrong? You need to call my doctor, it's pediatrician. What's happening? Like, okay, try this, do this, do that. Like, where? I'll give an example of my son. He wasn't talking, but my daughter was like a chatterbox at the age of 1. Like, she was controlling everybody else and everything, but my boy wasn't talking. Well, for me to do research, and I found out it was the tablet. So my daughter didn't get a lot of tablet time because I was at home, it was COVID. So I was at home, we were always chatting. So she's more used to human interaction. Then I had my son after COVID, I don't work or anything. So I don't have time for him. So I think that helped me. So when I realized that he wasn't talking, I decided to do more research on it. And then I found out that the tablet wasn't good. It was preventing him from talking. I took away the tablet. I talked to his teachers too, and he told me to take away the tablet because they've also noticed that when he comes to sleep, whilst they're teaching, he hears the cartoon in another classroom. So we run out of the classroom to go and watch the cartoon. I was supposed to be in the classroom and talk to the teacher. But since we took it, I think after 1 week, I stopped him. And he was talking. That was the next time I ever mom. Yes, I just put tablets away from him. 1 week again. Mommy, Daddy, I'm hungry. This, you should have seen the day he said, I'm hungry. I was standing by the what he just said, Mommy, I'm hungry. Oh, I nearly cried. I was so excited. So baby said, what is around? So keep kids busy around my feet. Bliss entertainment. They had a lot of fun. Yeah. Biggest challenge I faced as a mom, postpartum depression. You know, you hear a lot, you hear things, but when it happens to you, it's like, yeah, you really sure that happened. Like, why would you be happy to have a child? But I had that experience. And at a point, I was like, I am in my life. I've just messed up my whole life. And I want you born. It was a saddening it. But counseling helped. So I had to move to therapy. And therapy helped me a lot. And it was through therapy and my GP, surprisingly enough, that I realized that I had to make a few changes in my life. It was bad stress and everything was added to because I was working. And I was doing the juicing at the same time. And I was parenting and change and like everything became too much at the time. And that's what was leading to the depression because I don't like nobody is there to help me, just me alone. And, so I was in depression. But counseling helps. So let's not shy away from counseling. Get a good counselor and just sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. And it's difficult to talk to family sometimes. So a stranger is easier. My brothers will me, Mommy, I'm hungry. I was like, oh God, I didn't make a mistake. I figured it out. And right now, the chatter was like, just getting my son to talk to fantastic. Uh, and that, I think I did that after I left my office because I realized from downstairs, I needed to make time for him like I did for my daughter because my daughter was talking at one. She was everywhere. So I was like, okay, it's either juice, I stop juice, or I stop my office. And I realized I'm doing my own business and I control my own time. So I stopped it and decided to focus on the boy and those. And my advice to new mothers. Okay, I'll say this. Take your kids away from the tablets. Take them away from the tablets. Make time for them. Talk to them. You may think they are not sharing you, but they are absorbing everything you are saying. And when they get the opportunity, they just talk. A lot of I see a lot of kids not talking, and now people are tagging them as autistic. They are not really, most of them are really not autistic, in my opinion. They are so glued to the tablets, they don't know how to interact with physical human beings. Get your kids, don't give your kids tablets till you're like, they advise 5 or 6. Just don't give it to them. if you want to even give it to them, it shouldn't be more than 2 hours in a day. So in my period of 25, they can't do more than 2 hours. And they can't sit continuously 2 hours watching it. I think parents, we just need to be more disciplined. Just be disciplined and just sacrifice for these kids. I mean, they're not going to be kids forever. They will grow up and they're not always with you. But once in a while, they go to grandma. You can do whatever you want to do. So make that time for them. It's not that hard. It's hard, but it's not hard. It's better.